Good evening to everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I'm your host with the most, Mark. Tonight we're at the glorious race of the Espanyol Spain, the Catalunya track at the glorious race at Spain. On that one, like I said, I'm deadly excited because we're going to have some existing drivers but also some brand new drivers in this season, so I'll be interested to see how the guys are going to be fared this season, because I will go through the driver standings, but before I do I'll talk about the other stuff as well. Sab's stopping this, right, because Shab's one of the new guys has just joined and he can't pick a car after when you start the qualifying. So we might have to do another session after this. I think we will have to do another session. So Sab will get us up and loaded in a minute. But while we're waiting for that, we're just waiting for some of the guys to prep up and ready to go. Good evening to everyone that's watching the session at the minute. Unfortunately, Sab's left the session, so he will have to do the session creating a new lobby as soon as possible, but bear with me a sec, guys. I'm not sure what's going on at the minute, but Sab and Fly By Night did leave the session as well as Shabs. So we're just waiting to see confirmation to see what's going on here. We've got yellow flag set to 2. But we might just see, yeah, I think might be a new lobby. Might be a new lobby coming up. So this is not the qualifying, this is not the proper qualifying, guys. So, yeah. So some of the guys have already left the session, as Ferocious Dan has left the session already. So we did Max, so I'll be stopping, leaving the session here, and we'll have to come back in a minute. So, apologies to everyone that was watching the stream so far. There's been a problem with a few of the drivers could not get into the lobby, so I believe Brennan has just joined back in now. We're going to wait for Shabs now. Hopefully it will return back. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. Like I said, some new drivers, as you can see, as well as existing drivers, but also they may have dropped down from F2 to F3 as well. Sab, who raced last season, but he had to have a break of the F3, so he's back and running as an admin and racing in this league, coming back. Hixie, but not that Trixie, or I'm going to do that Hixie Trixie, SSX Trixie song later on when he's on pole or when he's on top on that one. You got Ferocious Dan, who missed out on the constructors last season with F1 Richard, with the Williams drivers of, I think, unless I'm mistaken, I think Williams did win it last season, but McLaren just missed out because obviously F1 Richard had to have that holiday. I'm not saying because of the holiday issue, it was just there was so much points behind. Tried their very hardest to make sure get it spot on here. Dimac, return of the newcomer, but I'm going to sing like the return of Dimac on that one. So he's a newcomer as well into the Invictus Racing League F3 League. F1 Richard has said joining up with Ferocious Dan for the 3rd time in 3 seasons, so that'll be a fantastic duo. They are on top form, whatever happens here, but looking at it from this point of view, I think it'll be a good situation here with F1 Richard and Ferocious Dan. Could be a good decider for the constructors. Yeah, just waiting for some So we're just waiting for Shabs now to join in, because we did had 13 originally. Well, 12 drivers plus me, but we were waiting for Shabs to join, so hopefully next time they'll let the admins know what's going on. But Tedra, who won the Constructors last season with Captain Stiff, Captain Stiff won the Drivers' Championship last season after that close battle with Mike, who was on top form during the end stint of the season. But this will be an interesting stuff for Tej. He's on the Alfa Romeo Racing with Sab, so hopefully the experience will kick in. We're about to kick off in a minute, but we'll go through the track again, and also talking about the drivers as well. We've got Synchronicity who've come back, returning in the F3 League. You've got Fly By Night, who's a brand new driver in this season. You've got Nigel Gash returning in the F3 League. Brennon's as well, F3 League. BWA Clyde, who joined, but he retired last season and come back in now. Luke Bailey dropped down to from F2 to F3. Shabs is a newcomer as well. So we've got a few drivers coming in now and again, but this will be an exciting F3 League, whatever happens here this season. If you're joining, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. If you've got any questions, queries, please make sure you like, subscribe, like, follow, etc. Will be a massive, massive help for Invictus Racing Leagues as well. But also, this will be whatever happens here tonight. This is going to be, obviously, feels like an exhibition race, as I was talking about with Tim last night in the Performance League. But with Spain, it's one of those tracks where I've noticed quite a few drivers have gone into a one-stopper with mediums and hards, and then also you could do softs, mediums, and then softs again. But the softs only last about 7 to 8 laps. The mediums will probably last up to like 12 to 15 laps. But also you have the hard tyres, which is definitely 18 to 22 laps as a guess on that one, based on what I've seen from yesterday's performance of the cars itself. But my plan was to use the OBS tonight, but unfortunately I've had so much problems with the video of the Elgato, so I'm back to the original one as of now. So I've watched it from the PS4 itself. But I hope you're enjoying it. I hope this is going to be a frantic season. I hope so, because this will be a brilliant way to see what the new drivers can do. Normally what I do is I talk about the track. If you're new to watching F3, I always talk about the drivers sometimes. I also talk about the track as well. But then also, whoever's out first, which is Fly By Night, one of the newcomers of the F3 League, will do the qualifying lap as of what I'm seeing, looking at it from the track's point of view on here. But like I say, if you've got any questions, queries, I'm all here. I am all here. Live and exclusive for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I can't wait for this battle here. I'll be very interested to see if there's going to be a shock. We've got yellow flags in Sector 2 at the minute, but we're just going to go straight to the Spain track coming up soon, the Barcelona track. So watching it from the Fly By Night car as we speak, straight up there. So there is 16 turns. We will have 33 laps. It's a 2.892 miles with a 4.654 kilometres. Like I said, we'll have 33 laps. We're on the straight of the qualifying lap as what we see live and exclusive with the Fly By Night on the long nearest straight now. Coming up to turn 1, which is Elf Corner here. Then coming up to turn 2, up the hill here. Then there's a long right-hand turn here, passing Renault Corner here. And then coming up to the end of the first sector, and he's got a time of a 22.7, passing Repsol, if that's how you pronounce it there. Then passing turn 4, then coming up to turn 5, which is the Seats Corner on here, and then down the hill as what we see here. They're coming up to turn 6 now, then coming up to turn 7, which is going back up the hill now, and then coming up to turn, this is the trickiest corner here. I always have problems with it. We're going past Kamsa Corner now, turn 8. This is the problem where that some of the drivers were struggling last night. 2 drivers had a DNF from here. In the second sector, they did a 53.5. Coming up to turn 10, then coming up to turn 11 now. Then coming up to turn 12, which is the Bank Sabadell corner here. Then coming up to the unlucky turn, which is turn 13. Then coming up to, which is turn 14 now of the chicane part. Then turn 15 now. And then on to the final corner, which is turn 16, the New Holland corner here. And that is what you see, is what you're going to get of the qualifying lap. And the time to beat is a 1:22.2 from Fly By Night, the fastest lap of the qualifying so far in this race. So let's see who else went out net as well. We've got Brennans who, like a few seasons ago, he was on top form at the start of the season. We've got yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. Brennans did very well in the start of it, and then he went, as soon as he went straight on to no assists, like slowly going to no assists, like one by one, his form dropped ever so slightly. But hopefully he'll bounce back here. We've got yellow flag set to 2 and 3. There's been yellow flag there. One of the cars is stuck. Oh, it's just letting one of the cars through here. The RS is playing up here. Notchcast did a 1:22.4 on the hard tyres. Brennans did a 1:23 flat on the hard tyres. So that's a good times from the hards, to be fair. However, you need to get 21s or 20s at least if you're going to do the hard tyre. Brennans and Notchcast are going for the safest option, which I would have gone for, or the medium tyre would have gone for. But at the moment, BW Clyde, who's just returned from his break of racing, and he's back in on third with a 1:22.6. So that's a cracking time, to be fair, from BW Clyde. We've got Brennans who's in fourth with a 1:23 flat. We've got return of the back. There it is, return of the back. We got in 5th place with a 1:23 flat there. You got Tedrow. Tedrow, something must have happened there from Tedrow. He's gone. Something must have happened there. He's going really slow here. I don't know if he's made a mistake on one of the corners there, but he's done a 23.3. F1 Richard, the runner-up of the Constructors, previous championship winners. Oh, synchronously, he's done the fastest lap of the qualifying with a 1:22.1 by a 10th. Exactly a 10th from Fly By Night. Shabba in Shabs is still in the pits. Saab is in 12th. He's still in that. Ferociously is the only one who's not done a lapping yet on track. The other two are still in the pits at the minute. Hixie, but not that Trixie, is in 5th with a 1:22.6. It's Hixie. I'm not going to keep on doing with the song because they'll drive everyone nuts. We've got all yellow flags in all sectors. Oh, return of the Mac. Oh, brilliant stuff from the brilliant driver of the, well, I always remember the Force India driver, but he's the Racing Point driver in first place with 1:21.7 on the soft tyres. Great time there, fantastic stuff there. But what can Ferociously do? He's on this out lap here. Proper lapping now, so interested to see what he can do if he B's and Q's it here. We've got 11 minutes 30 left of the qualifying of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Oh, madness stuff here. So close as well from all the drivers here. Absolutely close here. Whatever happens here. But like I said, Tedrow, who's in who was the runner-up of the Constructors last season, is down to 23.3, so he'll need to try and improve. Nitrogash is still at 21.8 on the odds. That's a great time there. That's the time that I'm expecting in the hard tyres. If you're hitting the mediums, I expect you to hit the 21 minute 20s. Oh, who was that? That was one of the Racing Point drivers. I think that might be Fly By Night. Yeah, it was Fly By Night. What can Ferociously do? Hopefully that hasn't compromised too much of his time. He's done a 52.7 on the second sector time. And he's going up to turn 14, 15 now. And then coming up to turn 16 now of the New Holland corner there. Needs to get into 19 to stand a chance, and he does. Oh, brilliant stuff! 1:20.6 from Ferociously. He's on top form at the minute here. It needs to be in the 19s if he wants to do the soft tyres properly here. A 1.1 second difference between himself and D-Mac here. So, brilliant time from Verstappen. He's on fire. He really wants to win this Drivers' Championship. I haven't spoken to him much after what happened last season. Hopefully, like I said, he will bounce back, and I'm sure himself and F1 Richard will want to win the constructors and drivers respectively at the same time. Well, you can't win the drivers twice, like, you know, unless, depending on who wins first on that one. But we have to wait and see what happens. Shabs, or Shabba, as I always say, for the newcomer. He's on the Mercedes Cure at the minute, and he's on the soft tyre, which are, right, if you're new to F1, there used to be a different tyre compounds where there used to be ultra softs, super softs, and then softs, then mediums, and then hards, and then, you know, wherever, etc. You had the blue tyre with the hard tyre, so that's gone now. So you have the 3 proper tyre compounds now, of the softs in reds, mediums is in yellows, and the whites in hards. So just interested to see what these drivers can do. Synchronicity did a 122.1, Saab's done a 22.2 on the medium tyres. Locke said the medium tyres need to be in the 20s to stand any chance here. Sharps has made a little bit of a mistake through the chicane corner, so he might lose a bit of time here. Might 22s, 22.4, 1 minute 22.4. That's a not bad start there for the newcomer of Shabs, or Shabba, on that one. Saab is in 5th at the minute, so is he on a proper lap? No, he's going to go back into the pits now. We've got 8 minutes 10 left. 8 minutes 10 left. Yellow. Oh my God, what's happened? Oh no! Just as I was watching Tej, aka Tom, he has lost the car. He has lost the car. I can't see much of the camera view. Or where on track he is. Oh, he's crashed up the hill. As you just seen there, he's crashed up the hill. I did say earlier on in the stream that that is the dodgiest corners there, especially this part here at Kamsa corner. That's the trickiest part there. When you go up the hill, like between turns 7 and 9, those are the danger corners for the drivers, because if you make one silly mistake, you've had it. You've absolutely had it. F1 Richards on the hard tyres with 122.7. He's on the medium tyre at the minute. He's on a fast time, I believe. No, oh, 2/10 quicker. He's 2/10 quicker on his time, so at the moment he will do a 22.5 as things stand. I'm just saying as things stand. But can anyone try and beat Ferocious Dan with a 120.6 on the soft tyre? But bear in mind, like I said, bear in mind earlier on in the tyre wear situations, whoever's on the soft tyre, they've got to do the 2-stop. I'm saying it because they can't do softs and hards. Oh, F1 Richards did a 121.8 on the medium tyre. That is a good time. That is a really good time. But bear in mind that comparing to what Nitrogas has done on the hard tyres, he needs to be a second quicker. He needs to be a second quicker on the medium tyres if he wants to stand any chance to keep those tyres. But bear in mind, if you start on the mediums or hards, that is a good choice. That is the best choice to start off with at Spain, because it's one of the worst tracks for tyre deg, especially if you're starting on the softs. If you're starting on the softs, you could predict yourself with, as long as you did 3 laps, like an out lap, in like a qualifying lap and the in lap. Like I said, the maximum that you could have with a soft tyre is 8 laps. So I will not be surprised, depending on the setups that the guys have done, I will not expect any higher than 8 with the softs. They'd probably put me wrong if they're putting on lean and trying to hold the tyres for as long as possible. But mediums to last up to like 12, between 12 and 15. And with that, they could go on the hards to start off with to do a 1-stop, which is the recommended tyre wear. But like I say, you've got to keep that tyre wear deg spot on here, whatever happens here. Return of Dima. He's on 1 minute 10. He's doing his qualify. Oh no, he's not. He's not doing his qualifying lap. Yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3. Just wondering to see what's happened there. I can't see any action going on, but I think it's because of one of the cars going into the pits. What can Dimac do? So one of the drivers is just coming out of the pits. Hopefully that doesn't compromise too much. One of the Mercedes, re-stepper for Shabba. What can Dimac do? He needs to get 1.1 seconds. He's gone a little bit wide there. Hopefully that doesn't compromise too much. He's a tenth slower. He's a tenth. Oh, he's made a little bit of a mistake. I will not be surprised if he cancels this lap and starts again. I will not be surprised if he cancels it and starts again. But Tom's not happy with, like I said earlier on, the first DNF of the F3 season. Hopefully that doesn't compromise too much, doesn't affect any confidence during the season. Hopefully he will bounce back during the race tonight. We're under 4 minutes left from the qualifying. Oh, Dimac! Dimac nearly lost it there on the corner there. He's really struggling. He's really fighting that car to stay on it. Yeah, he's gone right down. He's going to try and go back into the pits and try and do another lap in tonight. So Shab, one of the Williams drivers has just gone out, which is Hicksy, but not that Trixie. I do have a drink now and again because my throat keeps killing after I do all the shouting, unbelievable moments. But like I said, if I was Nigel Gash now, after that, he had a torrid time last night in the Performance League, but hopefully this will be a refresh now. Hopefully this is one of the best qualifying performances from Nigel Gash in fourth with the hard tyres as well, especially when he can go on the mediums to do the one stop as well, as long as he doesn't get any issues or no tissues, shall we say. But what can Shabs do? Shabs looks like he's going to be on a quicker flying lap here. He's 6/10 quicker, so he will get into 121.8 at the moment, depending on what he did in the first sector. I didn't see what time he did, but depending on what Shabs do, or Shabba, coming up to turn 14, then 15 now, then coming up to, which is turn 16 now. So here we go. What can he do? He might get a 21 here. A 21.6. That's a great time there from Shabs. A great qualifying there from Shabba in there. Brilliant stuff. So Shabs, Dimac, brilliant qualifying laps on their debut race in the pre-season races at the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Coming up to the 2 minute marker. Coming up to the 2 minute marker here. Beater Recline. Oh, what a move! What a brilliant qualifying from Beater Recline. He's still at 121.1. He's still 5/10 off for Rushdown, but that's still brilliant qualifying lap from Beater Recline. So the two Mercedes boys are on fire at the minute. Yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3. So something must have happened there. Just watching Hicksy, he's about 2/10 quicker. So 122.4. Nearly lost my voice there. A 122.4. 1 minute 30 left. 1 minute 30 left. Now, what I'll normally do in the streams, if you're a newcomer to the F3 League or a new subscriber to the F3 League, what I do, guys, is when there's a 30-second countdown, you hear the timer. And when you hear the timer, the drivers are all in panic stations because they've got to get it absolutely spot on with the driving as well. But we are coming up to the 20s slowly, but still 21s at the minute here. But some of the majority of the well, about half of the drivers still in the 22, so it's still close, to be fair, comparing with the times as well. But what can Hicksy, but not that Trixie, can do? It's Hicksy. He's going to be 21s, 21.5. That's a cracking time from Hicksy. Cracking time there, to be fair. I am so much out of time. time is up. Time is up. Now, that was bad timing from me. Normally, thank God this is the pre-season race, but they've stopped the fans of the Crystal Maze. But I'll tell you what, they have stopped the qualifying. Hicksy's retired from the session. Hicksy's retired from the session. Oh, Fly By Night is done at 121.3. He's in the top 3. Brilliant stuff from Fly By Night. But can anyone try and stop Ferocious Dan? Nitrogas is on the medium tyre. He hasn't got much ERS mode. I don't know if he's got enough to do the actual qualifying, but we'll wait and see what happens here. It looks like he could be on a good lap here. He could be on a good lap here. Saab and Nitrogas is 4 tenths quicker. He's 4 tenths quicker, so 121.4 as things stand. But depends on how much ERS he's got on there. Madness stuff here, but where's Saab? Oh, he's got a little bit wide there, Nitro. Saab's going to be 8 tenths quicker, so he could be doing well on the soft tyre. He could be... Oh, brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant from Saab. Saab. Oh, Saab. Absolute fab. Fab. Saab. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant from Saab there. Madness stuff here from Saab. Saba, but not Shabba on that one, but madness stuff here. Brilliant stuff from Saab, who's just come back after a break of the racing from the F3 League, and now he's done that by a tenth. I wasn't sure if anyone could have beaten Ferocious Dan. Ferocious Dan would be thinking, what do I need to do? But Saab's done a magnificent job recovering back. Did a 122 earlier on in the session, but he's now in the 120s.5. Brilliant time, absolutely fantastic time there from Saab there. Absolutely brilliant stuff there. Madness stuff. Fantastic. Here are your short qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You've got Saab in first, Ferocious Dan in second, Biddy Clyde in third, Fly By Night in fourth, Hicksy but not that Trixie is in fifth, Shabba is in sixth, Return of the Mac is in seventh, F1 Richard is in eighth, Nitrogas is in ninth, Synchronously is in 10th, Luke Bailey is in 11th, Brennan's is in 12th, and Tej, who had a DNF, but he did have a 123.3 earlier on in the race, in the qualifying. I mean, what a lap from Saab. He did everything he could out of nowhere to beat Ferocious Dan. So I'm not going to predict what's going to happen this season with this season, the F3 leagues, but I can't predict what's going to happen in this season, as in who's going to be the top 3 drivers. Obviously, based on predictions from last season, you would expect F1 Richard, Ferocious Dan, Tejwar, who else? I'm trying to think who else was in there. I mean, to be fair, that's still some good drivers there, whatever happens there. But Saab come back. He was on top form before he retired, so he'll be the one to watch as well, Saab. So all the drivers all set, and we will have the formation lap kicking off soon. So just getting the tyre wear set up and the telemetry for the guys here, like I always do here. If you're joining, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like and follow, and also subscribe, because it also helps with the Invictus Racing Leagues in the coming seasons. And like I said, this has been a fantastic stuff here, and like I said, whatever happens here, Invictus Racing Leagues is the place to watch all the greatest action that you ever see in the F1s, especially when I'm not live tonight with the F3 League. There's also Tim, who I co-commentated last night, did a legendary commentator. He's doing the F1 League tonight, so check on the Invictus Racing League, Invictus F1 League on the Twitch channel. But if you want to watch Energy Dan, who's on F2 duties for the stream tonight, make sure you check Invictus F2 Leagues But like I said, guys, on the Twitch channel, but like I said, guys, this is going to be a fantastic stuff here. And also, I'm live and exclusive for the yeehaw of the Espanyol Spain of the F3 League. And this is going to be exciting stuff. I hope there's going to be a frantic ending again. The last few seasons, the drivers, at least a title had to be decided, whether it's the drivers or constructors, had to be done by the end of the last race. Or the last race has always been decided on there. But I can't wait for it. And hopefully you can't, because this is going to be great stuff. It'd be interesting to see how Hicksey, Fly By Night, D-Mac, Shabs, who else do well in their new time in the Invictus Racing League. Also Luke Bailey, who dropped down from F2 to F3, so I expect him to do well in the race tonight. But Tedro will need to bounce back there. But looking at it, I'd always look at the back end, so like medium, hards and mediums for Luke. Tej on the mediums, but we'll have to wait and see what happens here. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go! Slow start from Saab there, I think. No, he's beating McLeod's slow start from Dan. Oh, could be. Oh my God, who was that? Shabs broke way too early, and it's caused so much havoc at the back then. Oh, one of the Force Indians on Dimac got collided there. Who was that? Tej has gone wide there. So one of the Saab. I couldn't say it there, but mad start there. Shabs broke way too early, and because of that, it caused one of the Red Bulls to go wide there. But Nitrogas did not improve his time from the medium tyre, so he went back into the pits after what happened. I thought he was going to go even quicker, but like I said, guys, it's still anyone gets synchronously. What a move! What a move from synchronously! Brilliant stuff. Oh, Shabs going for the inside there. Oh, madness stuff here. Mad start here of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, for the pre-season races. Well, this is race 1. There will be race 2 at Mexico, and then we'll kick off. Well, kick start the season at Austria. Madness stuff here. Saab's done the fastest lap of the race to start off with for 1:27.5. Ferocious could be closer. He was closer to Saab. But not. Trying to see if there's any other action going on at the back here. We've got a 3-car battle here between Luke Bailey and Nitrogash. Side by side. Oh, what a move! What a move there from Luke Bailey. Brilliant move there from Luke. I expected him to do well in this race. Oh, Nitrogas has gone wide. Nitrogas nearly lost it there and could have hit F1 Richard there. And because of that, Nitrogas has got a little bit of Nitrogas. His tyre wear will be absolutely livid because he will probably have a little bit of grass there. Madness stuff here. Nitrogas. I don't know if he's had any trouble with the engine, but looking at it now. Oh, he's lost front wing damage. That's why he's lost a bit of his front wing damage. That's why he's slowing down so much. That's why Nitrogas had to let Tej through, which is understandable there now. I was thinking, why was he going slow? I know he gone wide, so something must have happened there with Nitrogas. I really do hope, and I keep saying, oh, who's that? Peter McLeod and Fly By Night. 2 in a bit. This could be a 2 in a bit moment here. 2 in a bit for the first time of this season. Oh, Peter McLeod. 5-second penalty for Nitrogas. As I said earlier, Nitrogas, I really do hope Nitrogas would do well this season. I really do hope. I'll say this every season. Nitrogas has left the session. He's not happy. He's not happy with what happened. Hopefully, we'll probably have some more info later on. Just see what happens here. But Hicksey trying to close in on Peter McLeod. So the 2 new boys. Clyde's in the new boys. The new starter sandwich here on that one. So 4 viewers here tonight. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. We're on lap 3 of 33 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Saab, who did a fantastic qualifying, still holding on for first. Still holding on for first, but I'm just watching this 4-car battle here. Also, because Hixie and Synchronously are closely. F1 Richard, where's F1 Richard doing? Shab's gone ahead. Oh, it looked like there was a bit of a close battle there between F1 Richard and Shabs, but still. Some good driving there from Fly By Night still. Holding on for third. Doing everything he can on there, but he's going to have to watch BW Clyde. Well, he's going to watch all the drivers here because he'll be a sitting duck here. Here we go, BW Clyde going side by side with Fly By Night. Oh, side by side. Clyde still can't do the job. Oh, Clyde's spun. Clyde has spun on the last corner. Luke Bailey's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. So BW Clyde lost it on the first corner there. So he's going to try and get back into this race as quickly as possible. But watching Synchronously try and close in on Hixie here. Hixie went wide there on a few occasions there. But hopefully we'll see some more action going on here. We've got Luke Bailey's pitted, but he did have the 5-second. Nigel Gas has gone back out. I don't know if he's gone back into the car or is he disconnected, I don't know, but should be retired. Madness stuff. But whatever happens here, Shabs. Oh, there could be a 3 in the bed there. Shabs and F1 Richard. F1 Richard gone ahead of Shabs, so that I want to watch this battle here. Shabs looks like he's struggling with the soft tyres. I did say he's already had, I'm guessing he's already had about 7 laps of the softs. You're probably thinking, why has he got 7 laps? Ferocious Dan and Fly By Night have pitted. Fly By Night has got the penalty as well. Oh! Brennan's could be a side-by-side battle with Shabs for 5th here. He can't get ahead. He can't get ahead of Shabs. Both are on the same ERS mode as well. Mad times here. Absolutely mad times here, whatever happens. Fly By Night, DeMac and BW Clyde have all pitted. Ferocious Dan has come out of the pits now. Same with Fly By Night. But like I said, this is a manic start here of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel for all the exclusively live races on the Wednesday nights. Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. So something must happen with. Oh, who's that? Oh, Saab's mistake. Saab has made a mistake on the up the hill moment. So he went from first to now dropped down to 4th here now. Luckily, he's not lost any damage here, but he will need to pit. Now, same with Shabs, same with Hixie. They've all got to pit. The guys who are on the medium tyres, they're on a good advantage here. Whatever happens here, yellow flag set to 3. Tej just dropped down. Ferocious Dan moves up to 7th now. Tej just dropped down to 9th. So, what has happened to Tej? Has Tej just lost a bit of his front wing? Saab's got a 5-second stop-go penalty for speed in the pit lane. Oh, Hixie, but not that Trixie. He's going to try and close in on Synchronously for first place here. Bear in mind the softs. He's on 5 laps of the softs. 5 laps of the softs now. He's the only one who's on the soft tyre at the moment here. The only battle here we've got so far in this race. Probably. Lap 6 of 33. Interesting stuff. Shabs and Tedra have got back into the pits now. I've noticed there's been I think there's a problem with the speed on the pit entry, because there's been so many people who are on the who probably was under the limiter, but they still had the 5-second penalty. Hopefully, well, when they do pit again, if they do decide, it'll take it off. Whatever happens here. So, interesting stuff here. We've got Hixie trying to close in on Synchronously, but I will not be surprised if Hixie gets into the pits. Oh, he's still going. Hixie is still going. I'm very surprised at that, because the tyre wear fair play to him, but he'll have so much time to lose here. The more time he's trying to catch up to synchronously. Ferocious stands on the fastest lap of the race with a 1:24 flat on the medium time. So, like I said, Saab, who was on guaranteed, did a fantastic qualifying, and he did a great job in the lead there. But now he's after that mistake up the hill between turns 7 and 9. That's when it happens to drop down to 7 after he pitted. But BW Clyde tried closing on his teammate of Shabs, or Shabba as I always call him now, for 8th and 9th respectively. Will there be team orders here for the Mercedes boys, or will there be just driver orders? So like first come first serve, whatever happens. We have to wait and see what happens in this situation here. But just interested to see what could happen here. BW Clyde tried closing on Shabs for 6/10. Tej has got a 5-second stop, 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. So, has he pitted again? Is that the 4th time he's pitted? No, that's the first one. Sorry. I thought that was the. Hicks has got a 5-second stop. I keep saying stop go penalty. 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. So Hicksy and Tedra are in the pits. But what can Hicksy do? Hicksy might get out ahead of the driver, probably ahead of, well, Saab's still the fastest lap of 1:23.9 and 10th quicker from Ferocious. So fantastic stuff there. Here we go, can BW Clyde have a chance now to try and close on his teammate Shabs for 8th. That was a little bit of a move there, but not too much there to compromise too much, but Shabs might have a chance here. But Shabs still holding on here. Might have a chance on his teammate, BW Clyde. But what can Saab do? Hicksy got ahead of Saab just because of the pits as well. But looking at it now, you got Synchronicity who's in the lead in first place. You got F1 Richards in second. Brennons is in third. Great drive from F1 Richard and Synchronicity and Brennons to do that. So Brennons is going to go all the way to probably up to lap 20. Probably up to lap 20. Probably lap 20, I think. Lap 20 to 22. I'm guessing, but that's just a guesstimate. But also you've got Ferocious Dan is in 4th. He's on top 5 at the minute. I think he really desperately wants to win that Drivers' Championship after missing out twice, like by so close as well. But he did miss out on the Drivers' Championship by within the race to go because of the way I think he had a DSQ or something. Where he had a I have to wait and see what happens. But the two Mercedes brothers are at it again. It's like Rosberg and Hamilton all over again in the real F1. But can BW Clyde try and get back into this? These two don't want to get stuck in a battle. They want to try and get ahead. Oh, Clyde's made a mistake again, and he's retired from the session. He's the first DNF of the race here. Tedra was the DSQ. Retired. DNF. Sorry, I don't know why I get DSQ or DSC. I do apologise. I did not mean that on purpose. Tej had a DNF in the qualifying. Shabs has made a massive mistake there. Going up the hill, lost in the car. He might have to be careful here with the car itself. But where's Hicksy? Hicksy's got a chance to try and close in on Fly By Night for 5th place here. We're on lap 10 of 33. Up the chicane now. So I might watch this bar here. Actually, where's Ferocious Dan? Oh, I was hoping that was during the DRS straight here, but Hicksy's got to have a chance here now on Fly By Night for 5th place. He needs to do it quick. Oh, can he do it? Hicksy can't do it yet. Where's Saab? Saab's just pouncing to say, if these two are going to have a mistake, I will take that advantage, whatever happens here. Fly By Night still holding on. He's still holding on within the hard tyres. on 5 laps of it. Oh! Hicksy has made a monumental mistake there on his side. So madness stuff there from Hicksy. So now, because of that, Saab is going to have a chance on fly-by-night now on fresher medium tyres. So he needs to get past fly-by-night as quickly as possible if he wants to do another set of the medium tyres. Synchronised has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He didn't want that at all. He did not want that at all. We've got a 3-car battle here. We've got another battle going on between Brennans and Freshstan. I might watch that battle there between Freshstan. We'll try and get closer to Brennans now for 3rd place here. Can he try and do? Freshstan needs to get past him because Brennans is going to go at least up to lap 20. So he does not want to do this. Oh, Saab nearly went to the back of Fly-by-Night. But Shab has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But Saab, what a move! What a move from Saab. Brilliant stuff there from Saab there. Can Fly-by-Night try and close in on there. But bear in mind, he's on the hard tyre, so would go long on the hards. But Hicksy needs to... but not that Trixie. Try and close in on Fly-by-Night for 6th place. So I might watch that battle here before I go back to Freshstan and Brennans on the long straight again. This is a great battle here, whatever happens so far in this race. Between, I'm just going to say Force India against the Williams driver. I know they're called Racing Point, but I always remember Force India, and they always will be Force India with the pink car on the front anyway. But what can Hicksy do? Oof, bit of a move there to defend there. Looked like a little bit of a late move there, but Synchronicity's got going into the pits now. So F1 Richard will be the leader of the F3 race tonight at the glorious race of the Espanol track. Whatever happens here. So he's going to go do one stop here synchronously. So, oof! Hicksy and Fly-by-Night. Fly-by-Night wants to get the toe of it. He can't get the toe of it. Oh, Hicks made him another mistake there. But Synchronicity's got ahead of Saab. Fly-by-Night's gone. Oh, Hicks has gone wide there. So Fly-by-Night's gone into 6th. I don't know if there was any contact or anything like that, or something must happen with Hicksy. But it looked like Hicksy was struggling with the medium tyres, warming up a bit. But looking at it from everyone's point of view here, Saab's trying closing on Synchronicity for 4th place here. So as things stand, the McLaren boys are on top form. They're in 1 and 2 at the moment here of this race. I think Freshstan's going to do a 2-stop here because the medium's not going to last. Or he might do hards here. Might just do a cheeky try and get into the hards as quickly as possible. But like I said, F1 Richard, Freshstan, 1st and 2nd respectively. Tej has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all on that one. But like I said, this could be a belter. Oh, Saab moves on the 4th. What a move there from Saab. I believe that was Tej who has just led the drivers through. That's why he's gone a little bit wide there. Hicksy's retired. What has happened to Hicksy? Another Trixie on his debut race. Is there yellow flags? Yes, there's yellow flags there. Oh, it's crashed. Hicksy has crashed on the left-hand side there. It's the same with BW Clyde. Earlier on in the race, BW Clyde. And now Hicksy. They're both retired from the session. Nigel Gash did leave the session and he did retire in the pits. But however, his car is still on track. I'm not sure if Tej's car is still on track, as in still there, but I have to wait and see what happens here. F1 Richard pits So Verstappen is the new leader of the Spain race tonight. Hicksy has left the session. We've got yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3. But let's see what Synchronicity can do. Oh no, Sab's driving like a madman to try and get back into the top 3. Oh my god. Tej has got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Tej has retired from the session. I'm hoping he'll bounce back next week in Mexico. Just seeing what happens here on this situation here. The only battle we've got so far is Synchronicity and Sab for 3rd and 4th respectively. We've got yellow flag set to 3, so I'm not sure if that was the DNF at the time, but just wait and see what happens here. But Fly By Night is pitted as well. He's going on the soft tyre, so he will have to do another pit. Whatever happens here, he will have to do another pit from Fly By Night, or it may be mistaken from the pit crew to put soft tyres on instead of medium tyres. We'll just have to wait and see what happens here. But Synchronicity is the only one that's closest battle with Sab for 3rd and 4th respectively. We're not even at the halfway mark here. We're only on lap 15 of 33 of this fantastic racing at the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Make sure you like and follow the channel whatever happens here. Also make sure there is the shop as well, and also we're on Twitter for the latest news of the leagues as well. Just waiting for, I'm not sure what's going on, but so just waiting to see what happens in this situation. Still watching this battle here for between Synchronicity and Sab at the moment here. We might have a battle soon between Shabs and Luke Bailey. Now, I said Luke Bailey dropped down from F2 to F3 last season, I believe. I might be wrong. So he'll be the one to watch this season as well. So I expect him to do well, at least do well. But obviously this is a new game. Everyone's on equal terms. We don't know what everyone's exact pace is until like season 2, where everyone will get even quicker and quicker than ever before. I believe there's a new patch coming out soon for F1, which would make the cars 1.5 seconds quicker than what the current time is. So it'll be absolutely manic time here. But Synchronicity is going to have a chance on Sab now. Sab's nearly at the point of the optimal tyre laps, shall we say. Sab's in 3rd at the minute still, but Synchronicity is doing everything he can on the hards. But to be fair, I am so sorry about that, guys. Oh, Sab's made a mistake! Up the hill. Again, Sab's made a mistake, so it's dropped down to 4th. Synchronicity's moved up to 3rd now. I do apologise, my throat is absolutely killing. That's why I had to pause myself for the time being. So we got six viewers so far. So good to everyone else joined the session. Have to wait and see what happens here. Doesn't help when you're doing the pre-season commentating and you're losing your voice at that moment in time. Sab is going to the pits. He will have to go on the hards. He will have to go on the hards here. He's got no other choice if he wants to do no more stops. Unless he's going mediums again, which is a bit risky. Like risking it for a biscuit. He's gone the hard tyre, so that's what I'm expecting back, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Bailey is closing in on. Ooh. I will get my throat sorted. My throat is absolutely killing. I'm trying my voice, trying my hardest to try and make sure I get myself covered up here. But like I said, Luke Bailey's, this is the closest battle of the race so far. We're on lap 18 of 33 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. So this is a fantastic stuff here from Luke Bailey. So still watching this battle here. So what can Luke Bailey do on Shabba? To be fair though, looking at the team situation here, Synchronously and Luke Bailey are doing okay. The McLaren boys are doing fantastically well in the top 4. Obviously Luke Bailey's in the top and Synchronously is in the top 6. That's a great chance here. Great chance for Luke Bailey to try and close it on Shabba for 5th place. Can Shabba hold on? But Luke Bailey might have a chance to do the overtake, and he makes the move. What a move from Luke. Used the force, Luke, and he's moved it up into 5th place. He doesn't need the lightsaber to do the fighting scenes to get ahead of the battle between himself and Shabba, or Darth Vader Shabba. Between them two. That'll be funny on that one. But whatever happens here, Luke Bailey's doing everything possible here to try and overtake Shabba, and he makes the move possible here. Just have to wait and see what's happened in this situation here. Still the closest battle between Shabs and Luke Bailey. Oh, Shabs! Oh no, 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 no! Shabs made a massive mistake. So now he'll have to bounce back here. Watch it, be careful here. So DeMac has moved up to 6 now after Shabs has lost it. The tyre wear, oh my god, the tyre wear is bad on Shabs, so he will have to pit. He will massively have to pit. Yeah, his tyres are absolutely gone. He's got to be careful here because of Sab. He's got to be careful here because he doesn't want to get a DSQ. Whatever happens here. So far at the minute, there's not much battles going on. DeMac is going to the pits. Boy. So DeMac is going to the pits. I'm wondering what tyre wear he will go for. I will not be surprised if he goes for mediums. Shabs has retired from the session. Shabs has retired from the session. Process down has pitted, so he will go for another medium tyre. He's got a 5-second penalty for speeding pit lane. So now, Reynolds has pitted. This is the crucial point between those two drivers now. The McLaren's just got out. Where's Reynolds now? Reynolds will be on the medium tyre. Whatever happens here. But Synchronously has a chance to do the overtake here. Oh my god, who was that one? I think that was Shabs trying to avoid there. But yeah, Shabs has left the session here. But Synchronously just hold on there ahead of Frost's just got ahead of Synchronously. Synchronously has got no other choice but to go all the way with the hard tyres. Fly by Night has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all in this race here. We're on lap 20 of 33. 13 to 14 laps of this fantastic racing at the F3 League. We've got Synchronously in a McLaren sandwich here as things stand here. But where's Reynolds? I'd like to see if Reynolds can try and catch up to the two guys who are on the hard tyres, which is Synchronously and F1 Richard. But Fly by Night, like I said, he had the penalty earlier on, but he's on pits as well with the softs, so he would go for the medium tyres to last the whole race if he goes and gambles for it. There's no point going for the hards at this stage. So yeah, I guess that he was going to go for the medium tyres, and he does as well. So where is he on track? He's just coming out now, so hopefully that doesn't compromise too much with the drivers who are just coming through. So Fly by Night would need to give way to the top two drivers at the moment here, but we had yellow flags set to 2, but like I said, we had 13 drivers started and we got 8 remaining now. Nigel Gash did left the session. He did retire, but somehow the car is still intact. But interesting stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Frostad is in the lead, who's on the fresher medium tyres. So as long as he doesn't make a mistake, he'll guaranteed to hold on to the pole. But depending on if Synchronicity's got a penalty as well, because Frostad's got a 5-second penalty for the speed lane pitch, speed lane glitch. I don't know if it's the speed lane glitch. But we have to wait and see what happens. But he's pulling away from Synchronicity using the hard tyres anyway, so it does take a lap in to get the tyres warmed up anyway. So whatever happens here, he's doing a fantastic job here. For us, Danny would pull away from Synchronicity, but I'm more interested to see if Reynolds can get into the top 3 in the podium stuff tonight. For us, that's the fastest lap of the race with a 1:22.8. Oh me, that is, excuse me from that one, I didn't mean to burp during the commentary stuff, but I just needed it because my throat is absolutely killing. So you got Fresh Starters in first at the minute, you got Synchronicity in second place, you got F1 Richard is in third, you got Brennan is in fourth, who's on charge now to try and close down one of the two McLarens so far. Luke Bailey is in fifth, you got Saab, who did a fantastic qualifying, and unfortunately because of that he has dropped down to 6 after making 2 mistakes from up the hill between turns 7 and 9. So hopefully he'll bounce back from this. Return of Dimac. It is a return of Dimac in 7th place. Then you got Fly by Night in 8th place. And Nigel Gash did retire on track. Yeah, he's retired and left the session as well. So we had 13 drivers, 8 remaining in this F3 league of the pre-season race 1 at the glorious race of Espanyol Spain. But I'm watching this battle here from Brennan's coming up soon to F1 Richard. He's on fire here, Brennan's here. I reckon in the next lap he'll get F1 Richard, and then he'll have to do another takedown on Synchronously for second place. Brennan's is doing a fantastic job here, considering he had a bad few average season, shall we say, from the last few times. But Brennan's on fire at the minute in the new 2019 game. Luke Bailey has pitted for which I would believe would be the medium tyres or maybe the softs. I would guess for the medium tyres. The softs won't last. He's already on 3 laps of the medium tyres, so he may have pitted early from what happened, and then see what happens here. But Saab's moved up to 5th. Brennan's going to try and close in on F1 Richard. I will not be surprised if it gets in the next lap whatsoever. But F1 Richard will need to get past the lap car, which I believe is Fly by Night. So Fly by Night will need to move out of the way in a minute from F1 Richard coming up, and also from Brennan's coming up soon. F1 Richard's got a chance there now. Brennan needs to have a good opportunity. He's got the DRS. He's closing. He's doing everything he can, Brennan's, but he's not getting closer at the moment here to F1 Richard. So madness stuff here. Whatever happens here. So you got F1 Richard trying to close in on well, F1 Richard holding on for third place. You've got Brennons is in fourth at the moment, which is the one I'm watching at the moment, live and exclusive for the F3 League. Don't forget to mention that, well, I've already mentioned it, but I'll say it again. I'm not only live for the F3 League, we've also got a team who co-commentated me last night with the Performance League. He's doing the F1 League tonight. Check the Twitch channels as well. Also, Energy Dan, who's doing the F2 commentary for the F2 League as well. So make sure you check the channels there, guys, as well as mine for the F3 League for this season, for live, uninterrupted. It's like live and uninterrupted result race and qualifying. Well, qualifying and race, should we say? Chance now for Brennons. Brennons is under 4/10 here now, and he's got a chance here on F1 Richard. He's already on overtake mode. That's why he's not. He's getting there. He's getting there. But Brennons does not have enough chance here with a bounce back ability here. So F1 Richard needs to hold those hard tyres to last. Brennons needs to be careful there with the Spain track there. F1 Richard looks like he's really struggling, but he needs to get past, and Brennons needs to get past F1 Richard as quickly as possible to stand any chance of closing in on Synchronously. But like I said, we've got 8 to 9 laps remaining of this fantastic race in here. I can see a little bit of tyre wear on the left hand side, as you can see from Brennons' car. A little bit of a line there, but hopefully Brennons needs to do everything he can to try and close in on F1 Richard now. But this is a fantastic racing, whatever happens here on this fantastic race for the F3 League. Lap 25.33, lap 26 now, 33. So as things stand, Frostad is in the lead with first place, guarantees to win the race tonight. But here's a chance. Frostad's got 3 second time penalty, got multiple warnings. Brennons moves on to third. F1 Richard struggling. Well, he's on the hard tyres, and his tyre wear must be absolutely killing. It's at that point where he's struggled. Saab's done it again on turn 9. That's the third time he's done that this race. He was saying to me, I'm trying to avoid that turn tonight, because like I said, he probably pushed the power too early, and because of that he's lost the front wing again. So he will need to pit again, but I will not be surprised if he goes for the soft tyres to try and get the fastest lap of the race, whatever happens here tonight. But Saab will be absolutely fuming at that. I always remember the Sauber car, but it's the Alfa Romeo car on that one. So F1 Richard, he was struggling with the tyres. He had no other choice against Brennons in that lap just a minute ago gone. But Brennons needs to be on charge here now to try and close in on Synchronously, who's got 15 laps of the tyre wear. 15 laps of the tyre wear, and he's still going. He's still going there. So Saab is just coming out of the pits now. So he's going for the soft tyres, which I knew what to expect from Saab. So hopefully I bet Saab will be absolutely delighted that this track is not in the calendar this season, because he would have been absolutely livid with this track at all. He'll be absolutely livid. We've got F1 Richard trying to close in on Brennons, but it's more like Brennons trying to close in on Synchronously in the next few laps. I reckon in the next few laps Brennons could try and close in on probably about lap 30, 31. I reckon it could probably drop down, but because Synchronously is losing so much time now to Frostad, it's like 8.5 seconds nearly between himself and Frostad, Synchronously. But whatever happens here, is doing everything possible here, Brennons, to try and spoil the party, to try and stop Synchronously from second place. But at the moment here, I'm just watching F1 Richard because it's the only closest battle of the race. The last few laps have been iffy as such, but hopefully we'll pick it up soon. And I'll guarantee you there will be a lot of overtakes. And also, don't forget to mention, during the calendar we've got Austria in the first race, and for the first time in so many seasons at Invictus Racing Leagues, Monaco, you've heard it, Monaco is back in the calendar for the first time probably in 2017. So it may be like 2 years ago, probably about 10 seasons ago. It's because it's F1 Richard struggling there. I think that might be DeMac or Fly By Night, who nearly went to the back of F1 Richard there. But as I was saying earlier, Monaco is back on live and exclusive in the calendar year for this season. So I'm quite interested to see how the guys are going to try and battle it out. But it's not later on in the race, it'll be on race 2. So I think, for me personally, I would have loved to see what would happen if it was in between, like as in the middle, or maybe at the end, to put that wits and get the concentration levels high. But to be fair, to get Monaco out of the way nearly at the start of the season, I will not be surprised if it was there, because well, I am surprised. Saab's done the fastest lap with a 122.6. So, like I said, yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. So something must happen there from one of the drivers there. But looking at this now, F1 Richard slowly closing on Brennan's again. Brennan's thought he might have a chance, but I think he's struggling a bit now with the medium tyre kicking in. But this is the part where the guys are trying to do everything possible. I don't know if it's what you see is what you're going to get, but I'm waiting to see what Saab could do in this race. Try and see if he can try and close in on Fly By Night. Right. Whatever happens here. The top 4 are on fire at the minute. Luke Barry is pitting now. So DeMac will move up to 5th. Depends on where Fly By Night is on track. Is he closer to Luke Bailey or not? Doesn't look like it, but I have to wait and see what happens in this situation here. Luke Bailey, where is he? He's coming out of the pits now. Well, lap 33 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Oh, Fly By Night just got ahead of Luke Bailey. And Saab's just got... Luke Bailey's just got ahead of Saab, which is... Oh my God, Luke lost the braking point there. And because of that, Saab's gone back into 7th place now. So this will be a chance for Saab to try and close in on Fly By Night for 6th place. Bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there's been quite a few penalties from majority of the drivers, so I'll be interested to see what could have happened on here. But the leader, Fly By Night, from Fly By Night downwards, they've all been lapped. So Fly By Night, Saab and Luke Bailey have all been lapped from the leader. But, like I said, Saab is the one who's got the fastest lap of the race tonight with a 122.6. But Luke Bailey could spoil that party here. Just waiting to see if Saab can try and close in on Fly By Night, which he would in the DRS straight. But can he do it if he beats Nkuzi? We'll have to wait and see. We're on lap 31 and 33. Saab's doing everything possible to try and close in. DRS straight now for Saab. Fly By Night's already defensive. He's going middle. No, he's defensive move. He's on a defensive move already. And Saab goes in ahead and makes the move. Oh! Contact between Fly By Night and from Saab. To be fair though, looking at it from that point of view, Fly By Night went into the inside. Locke said it looked like he tried to turn in, but because of that, it just depends on what happens here. So fly by night, but Locke said if it was a steward inquiry, they'll have to be checked afterwards. But fly by night has retired from the session. So we had 13 who started, and now we've got 7 left of the race. Hopefully fly by night will be bounced back next week. Just seeing what's happening here with the stats here, but Luke could have a chance on closing in on Sab now for 6th place. We've got 2 laps. We're on the penultimate lap. We're on the penultimate lap of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. What's going to happen here? Fly by night is not happy whatever happens here. Hopefully we'll sort that out afterwards, but hopefully he'll bounce back next week. Same with Shabs, Hicksy, Tej and BDB Clyde. Hopefully they will bounce back, and also Nigel Gash. Even though Nigel Gash is still on track, he's technically retired from the session, so he's technically DNF'd. Just seeing what Luke Bailey is doing at the minute. We need. They're technically on lap 31, but for us, we're still on lap 32. We'll be on the final lap from Froshistan, who's pulling away from Synchronicity, doing a fantastic job here. Can Luke Bailey do everything possible to try and close in? Could he get the fastest lap of the race and knock it off from Sab? Always made a little bit of mistake there. That loses a bit of time there from Sab, but still a second. He might have the DRS. He might have the DRS later on. Here, we're on the final lap. Final lap of this race of the Spanish Grand Prix. But here we go, what can he do? He will have the DRS straight. He needs to do something, Luke, if he wants to try and get back into 6th place. He's doing everything, trying to closing, but not enough to try and close in on Sab here now. Where's Froshistan? Froshistan's coming up to turn 7, the unluckiest corner between turn 7 and 9. So he's not far off from the race win. But yeah, fantastic drive from Froshistan, so he'll be my driver of the day so far in this race. But like I said, one of the drivers of the day, I normally do like a few, but Froshistan taking the opportunity here to win the race tonight. But also you got, some good drivers here as well. You got Brennans, who's bounced back after an average season there. So well done, fantastic stuff. Oh, Froshistan nearly lost it there. So he's got a 5-second time penalty for unserved. So fantastic racing, fantastic battle there, fantastic racing there from Froshistan. So well done to him. Congratulations. Synchronicity finishes in 2nd, but with a 5-second gap. Oh, Brennans, if he had another 4 tenths off, he would have moved up to 2nd. So Brennans finishes in 3rd. Just a reminder, guys, there will be no podium questions or podium interviews at the end of this race. There will be no interviews during the pre-seasons that I always do. There's no point, because I always do it during the race, like the actual league racing. So well done to Froshistan, well done to Synchronicity, and well done to Brennans for 3rd place. So fantastic stuff there from the guys there. Here are your race classification for the Spanish Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You've got Froshistan in 1st, Synchronicity is in 2nd, Brennans is in 3rd, F1 Richards is in 4th, Dimac, Return of Dimac is in 5th, Saab is in 6th, Luke Bailey is in 7th, Nigel Gash, Fly by Night, Shabs, Hicksy, Tej and BW Clyde, they've all had the DNFs in this race. I'm just going to show the penalties in case the stewards or if anyone needs to have a look at it while viewing it back. But well done to Frosted, well done to Synchronicity, and well done to Brennans for finishing in the top 3 tonight. I'll do my final thoughts of the race, and then I'll stop the stream. So unfortunately, to Brennan's Synchronicity Frosted, there'll be no podium questions there. But like I said, fantastic drive there from Frosted and Synchronicity and Brennan's for the top 3. Well done to DeMac on his debut race, finishing 5th. Saab, who started well in the qualifying, and he'll be absolutely cursed at that turn 7 and 9, between 7 and 9. He's absolutely cursed with that. So he'll be absolutely livid with that. But my final thoughts of the race: first stand, carrying on with what happened last season to try and bounce back into the race. So he'll try and do everything possible to try and close in. But like I said, that's a great start to the pre-season. But like I said, I'd rather have the pre-season races. So if you want to make mistakes, do it right now, right here, right now, and then we'll have to wait and see what happens in the new season of the Invictus Race League, which is 2 weeks' time at Austria. But next week will be the final pre-season race for the guys. Oh, I forgot to mention. Sorry, I should have said this at the start. All pre-season races at Invictus should start on clear weather. It's only because just to see if they're on the correct, for the drivers to be in the correct league that they're in, because we don't want to give someone like constant wins. We want to see fair racing, equal racing, but also lastminute.com on the races itself. And always remember, and well done to Frosted, and well done to F1 Richard, who finishes in 4th at the moment. But like I said, the McLaren boys are trying to get their constructors back again to win in the F3 League, and I think it's going to be a close one. I think based on what I'm seeing there, I think it's going to be a close one. But like I said, Snoop Dogg Marky wasn't there as well, so if he does come back next week, I'd like to see his actual pace to see if he can try and match what Ferocious Dan and the others can do tonight. But always remember, always remember, stay classy. I'll see you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week at the glorious race of Mexico. Try a bit. Bye bye.